Hello and welcome back, guys. So we need these answers in here to go over there. Yes. And by the way, I want to thank everyone that has subscribed to my channel because we've officially reached 10,000 subs. That's really awesome because when I started this channel, I never imagined that I would get to even I didn't think I would get to even 1,000 subscribers, but to get 10,000, that's just awesome. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed. I really appreciate it. And more thanks to those people on Patreon that keep supporting me every month. I'm really grateful for that. Okay, so let's continue here again and let's see what we can do. So tech tests is right here, but let's go to the views and look at tech test tab view. That's the one, because that's the one that contains the questions, and these are the inputs over here and another input over there. So what I want is to be able to wait a minute, where is this? This is the one I'm looking for. So it has a name which has the ID right there. But what we have here is a variable. Let me come back here to test.php so that we can see the variable I am talking about, which is this one. So saved answers is the key. So I'm going to copy this. That's the variable that we need here. And so looking at this, the question ID is the ID that we're actually looking for here, and each one of these has an answer. Okay, so which means we have to loop through everything to figure out which one of these corresponds to the correct one. So what I will do is come down here. Let's copy saved answers. So this is tech-test.php controller. And so what we want to do is, let me get this. I'll leave it here for reference in case things go south. And what I want to do is on the input here, because this is the input where things are not in multiple order, so that's all good. What I want to do is compare the question ID. If the question ID is correct, then we're going to echo the value right here. So I'm going to put a question mark here and put some PHP tags first and say if not empty, right? Let's do not empty and the saved answers. So here we're just checking to see if it contains something. And then if there's an end if here, I will duplicate that and move one over like this. Okay, so let's give this some breathing room. And then if this is correct, let me duplicate this and that and move these two inside. Now what I want to do is change the if statement to a for each, like so. So for each saved answers as, we're just going to say saved, I don't know, answer row, maybe something like this, answer row, because every time we loop, we get these two here. So it's kind of a row. So answer row, let me copy that. And then I'm just going to ask the question if. So let's put value over here. So I'm going to say value is equal to, so we'll put an if statement. We'll just echo that like this. Let me close that if statement already. And I'm going to say if answer row like this, question ID, let's go question underscore ID is equal to, now I'm looking at this one, ID, copy and put it here. Okay, so if those two are the same, question mark, what I need to echo is the answer. So I'm going to paste this here. Now let me come back here and see, it's called answer. So back here again, let's say answer. Put a full colon for when things are not correct. We're just going to echo some empty string there like this, and that should solve the problem. So there we go. Let's see if that works. Refresh. Let's see that we have no errors. Do we have errors? I think we do, because I can't see any inputs here. So when I can't see the errors as well, all I need to do is view the page source here, right click and say, where is my page source? View selection source. Oh, because I selected something. View page source. So let's go down and look for possible errors. And what's happening? No errors at all. So if there are no errors there, it means it's just one of these if statements. So if not empty, saved answers, and then for each saved answers as that. So something isn't right here. Saved answers isn't being recognized here. And why is that? So let me come down here and copy this. Let's go back to tech tests and let's see why. So where are we reading saved answers from? So let me Control D like this. So saved answers is here, and then its next location is here. So we are not adding it to data. This is why. So I'm just going to copy saved answers like so and put it there. Okay, so that should help us because now it's available. So let's close this and let's just refresh. Excusez-moi. Now this is not exactly what we're looking for, right? So let's go back and see what did we do wrong. So there's value there, and I think it added this bracket here. I don't know why it does that all the time. So refresh, and now I get all of these. So this one is correct, that's all good, but I get all the other inputs at the same time. So that is not good at all. So the problem is we are looping this number of times and doing this. So what I want is to only show, let's see here. What do we do? Okay, so first of all, what I want to do is duplicate this, and then I want to have this very if statement here. So copy. Then I'll put an if statement and say if this is true, like this. Too many if statements here, however they are necessary. So PHP tags, close those over like this, and I want to put this end if. Since every time there's if, we should have end if as well. But then I need an else here, so I'm just going to say else full colon. So if this is true, we get here. If it is not, then let's just get an empty. Actually, this is not going to work out, is it? Let me try and refresh. Yeah, just as I thought. Nothing really changes unless we remove the if statement here. Great. Okay, so what we will do instead is, let me remove this value over here for this one. Like this. Okay, cool. And then what I would do is I'll put this else statement a little bit lower than here. So I will cut this out. That way this only shows if we find a match. But if yeah, this is going to be a little bit weird. So if this is not empty, and for each, yeah, so let me put this else statement here like this. Okay, yeah, this is looking a little bit confusing, but it's making sense. So what we want is, if there are no saved answers, right, we'll have, if there are saved answers, right, we go through here and then we loop through the saved answers to find the one that matches our current situation, and then we add it there. Now the other thing that happens is, if we don't have saved answers, we're just going to add these empty ones here. Okay, so that is what should happen here. So now we have at least one of these, and this one has the answer, just like the others as well should.